Hey guys, what's going on? Blaine back for another Netflix review, and today I'm going to be talking about Maya and the Three. Maya and the Three is an animated miniseries that tells the story of a warrior princess named Maya who's about to be coronated on her 15th birthday when the gods of the underworld appear and state that Maya has to be sacrificed to the god of war, Lord Mictlan, or else he'll wreak vengeance on the world. To save the lives of her family, Maya sets out to fulfill an ancient prophecy that foretells the defeat of the underworld gods by recruiting 3 warriors spread out across ancient Mesoamerica so that she can take down Lord Mictlan once and for all. I know I'll be spoiling my opinion a bit early when I say this, but it has to be said right here and now. This show was amazing. It's been a really long time since I've seen a kids show I liked that wasn't Disney, and having seen this one from beginning to end, I don't think Disney has the guts to pull off something like this. It's one of those rare shows that appeals to both kids and adults alike by combining lighthearted animated sequences and comedy and mixing them together with dark themes and characters suffering tragedies and even dying in certain cases. Maya was a riveting protagonist right from the start. She is a woman who knows exactly what she wants, which is to be a warrior like her father, the king of Tekka where she lives, but she feels pressured to live a life of royalty instead, and when she does so, her 3 brothers end up getting killed by Mictlan, and she feels guilty for not being able to help them. She's motivated by vengeance, which is understandable, but this makes her no different than any of the gods she's setting out to kill, and so she spends the most time out of everyone in her group trying to come to terms as to why she feels she needs to fulfill this prophecy. I loved seeing her put the pieces together as she progressed throughout her journey. It was a true coming-of-age experience watching her mature from one episode to the next, and I like how her reasoning shifted from being selfish to selfless once she earns the love and respect of her companions. It also helps that her character has a great sense of humor. I found myself relating to her quite a bit as she's directionally challenged like me, always walking one direction and then being quick to self-correct. She has great banter with her fellow warriors as well, which keeps their travels from becoming stale. Really, she was just a fantastic character overall. The other characters in the group were brilliant as well. What's great about them is they all have clearly defined arcs from beginning to middle to end. They all have some sort of baggage that they're dealing with and all have unique personalities to differentiate each other from. Rico is considered the rooster of the group. He's a mage who has little confidence in his ability to control his powers and struggles to cope with the loss of his mentor. Despite his lack in conviction, Maya helps provide it for him, and it was a joy to see him regain his courage and belief in his abilities, and his joking mannerisms helped to lighten the mood where it counted as well. Chimi, the skull of the group, is a skilled archer who was exiled as an infant due to her albinism supposedly placing a curse in the village where she lived and was raised by animals afterward. Her attunement with nature and her desire to reunite with her mother made her a fascinating character, especially as her companions help her rediscover her humanity. Pichu, the puma and final member of the group, is a barbarian that has perhaps the most compelling arc out of everyone aside from Maya. He's forced to live with the guilt of not being able to fight alongside his village, which was massacred by gods. Despite being traumatized by this ordeal, Maya's quest gives him purpose and a chance to atone, and he becomes more endearing thanks to his jovial nature and comically broken English. Like with any group, all the group members take time to build rapport with each other. They're not willing to divulge any secrets until they spend enough time together. This gives the audience time to digest who they are as characters first before we eventually come to learn more about their true motivations. And these motivations become a source of conflict for the group as well, as Maya is leading everyone to the gates of the underworld under false pretenses. Inevitably, drama does build from this, but it feels natural because Maya knows exactly how her teammates will react under the looming threat of death. This leads me to talk about the mature themes that are present throughout the story, which I honestly didn't expect from a family-oriented show. After years of seeing sanitized Disney movies, it's nice to finally see a show that treats its audience with respect and doesn't shy away from discussing dark topics. Characters die all the time in this show, though their deaths aren't glorified in any way, shape, or form. They're simply used as tools to help move the story forward in a meaningful way. Even when characters are alive, they have to deal with things like being orphaned, PTSD, and amputations, just to name a few. These flaws and struggles, as I mentioned earlier, are what make the characters so memorable from the outset. They're not weak for having them, they're strong for being able to cope to the point that Maya eventually meets them, and the fact that they continually work to overcome their setbacks makes us want to root for them even more. Despite having serious themes though, this show remains a ton ton of fun. The group encounters a variety of characters throughout their journey, each with their own unique quirks and sense of humor that helps to keep things fresh with each subsequent episode. The show almost plays out like a video game with the way the story plays out. Maya will gain a new ally after being pointed in the right direction, and then will have to do battle with a random Mayan god or demon with her newfound abilities. The sheer variety of gods in this show means I can't talk about all of them in one video, but I can say with confidence that every single one of them was memorable. One I will mention quickly, however, is Zatz, who is the Prince of Bats that serves under Mictlan under questionable motives. He's more of a rival to Maya than a true bad guy, as he keeps her on her toes as she proceeds in her adventure. I like that he doesn't come off as cartoonishly evil compared to all the other villains, and that he also has his own clearly defined character arc like Maya in the Three. The aesthetic presentation of this show is jaw-dropping. A diversity of colors are always present on screen no matter the environment, which makes the Mayan and Latin-themed architecture and scenery stand out more. Characters also wear face paint and armors which fit their character and culture, which further enhances its authenticity. The quality of the voice acting was something else that brought the show to life for me too. I appreciate the fact that the majority of the characters were voiced by actors of Latin American or Spanish origin, especially Alfred Molina's role as Mictlan. You can tell in his first scene alone that he had a ball with his performance. To be honest, I can't find many things to complain about in this show other than minor nitpicks. There are times when the action scenes get intense and weapons will start flying beyond the black borders of the screen. I'm not sure if that's meant to be a 3D effect or not, but to me it looks weird, although it doesn't really bug me all that much in the long run. I also wasn't a fan of the romances in this movie. I'm sorry if that offends anyone, but to me they were pointless. I won't spoil who falls in love with who, but there's just not enough time given to the romances for them to properly sink in. They feel rushed and inconsequential to the main story at hand. Overall, Maya and the Three is an unmitigated triumph in the animation genre. I'm still basking in the afterglow of it all from how emotional its ending made me feel, and the entertaining journey leading to its final destination made it that much better. If you enjoy animated programs and you're looking for one that has something to offer for all ages in both equal parts fun and serious, I highly recommend you check this one out. It is absolutely must-see material. It is a captivating and moving experience for kids and adults alike. Its stellar animation quality, detailed characters, and entertaining action are all backed up by a tale of courage and friendship that will melt even the coldest of hearts. Anyways guys, it's going to wrap up my review of Maya and the Three. Thanks for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it, and as always stay tuned for the next part, where next time I review the American horror thriller, Hypnotic. Bye bye!